Hi and welcome to another live gaming live stream type video. You're going to wait for this notification to come in, which it always does at the start of the video, which I'm assuming is telling me that I've gone live via email, like I need to know it. I have a thing about collecting a copy of FIFA for every console that I own, and I sat there thinking, there it is. I sat there thinking earlier that I've got a PS2 sitting in there. I haven't got a version of FIFA for it. Now, I don't mind what version it is. I'm not particular as to what number. I just have to have a copy of FIFA for every console that I own, and I don't really know why. I'm not a football fan. I couldn't tell you who was playing or what teams they play for or what teams are in what leagues, etc. And I'm not even that good at playing FIFA, so why I've had this obsession with having a copy of FIFA for every system, I don't know. Perhaps it's because it is always the cheapest version of a second-hand game that you can find. So if you buy a game system and you just need a game to play on it or test it with, then FIFA is always a good shot. And you can generally pick up a copy of FIFA for about 50p, a pound. Doesn't have to be the latest one. Well, it won't be the latest one because they're no longer called FIFA. But for every other console and all my older consoles, I always have a copy of FIFA. But I don't have one for the PlayStation 2. And I thought it would be a fairly easy thing to do. So this is my FIFA collection for what I currently own. So I've got two versions of FIFA for the DS, 09 and 11. I've got FIFA 13 for the 3DS, FIFA 13 also for the PS Vita. Just trying FIFA 11 for the Wii, FIFA 19 for the Xbox One, FIFA 21 for the PS4, and FIFA 20 for the Switch. So that is a big selection of FIFA games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 copies of FIFA for all of the different systems that I have in my house. So I have a Wii, or my wife does. I've got a Switch Lite, so I use that on there. I've got a PS Vita, which I play that FIFA on. Sometimes if I fancy a kickabout, I've got two to pick from the DS. I don't actually own a 3DS system anymore myself, although my sons do. So if they ever wanted to play FIFA, that's that one. This is actually my daughter's, but I have used it, and I do play FIFA with her on her PS4. And this is my son's, but I also do play FIFA on his Xbox One. But I have a PlayStation 2, and I don't have it. Actually, just wait 1 second, because I think I have. I actually tell a lie, because I do have one more version of FIFA which I forgot all about, and it's for my Super Nintendo. So there I've got FIFA 96, if I ever fancy having a real retro blast on an older version of FIFA. So I've got FIFA 96 for my Super Nintendo. There is no FIFA for the Atari, and the same with the Dreamcast. Some licensing or arguments with Sega and EA meant that there was no EA titles on the Dreamcast, so nothing on no EA titles, no FIFA on the Dreamcast. And if I think back to other consoles that I've owned, I've had it on the PSP, I've had it on the Mega Drive. Yes, I did, because I remember that one had a little yellow bit on the cartridge. Well, any system that had a version of FIFA, I have owned it. And generally, when I get rid of a console, I will still keep hold of the copy of FIFA just so I can add it into my collection. But the main point of this video is that I own a PS2, or my wife owns a PS2 at least, and I cannot find a copy of FIFA for it. Now, normally you can find them anywhere. It's just a game that you find in any second-hand shop, charity shop, games shop. There will always be FIFA. Now, normally there's a big stack of them. So I tried 8 different charity shops to see if I could find FIFA something for the PS2, and I couldn't. And it struck me as slightly odd that I did find like FIFA 16 and FIFA 17 for the PS4. I found that about 4 times in different charity shops, but I couldn't find a copy of FIFA anywhere. Now, I also tried 2 game shops. One is a retro game shop, and they have all sorts of systems in there, going back from Atari all the way up. Actually, no, I'm going to say that's three dedicated game shops, 8 charity shops, and 2 second-hand shops that didn't have a copy of FIFA for the PS2. Now, that I found a lot of PS2 games in some of these shops, which normally there's always a few FIFAs chucked in there, but no. Went into my local toy shop. He's like a retro toy and games shop, and he has lots of collectibles. I will do a shout out. It's a company called Sutton Toys in Norwich. Fantastic guy, fantastic shop. He had a huge stack of PS2 games. I saw them as I walked in, and I thought, yes, this is it. I'll be able to find it here. And it wasn't. There was no FIFA in that. Just round the corner is a retro shop, which is actually shutting down. And they have everything from Atari and Dreamcast and Mega Drive and Saturn and any console you could think of. And okay, they are shutting down, so their supplies are quite small. They used to have racks and racks of like PS2, PS3 games, and they had no FIFA for the PS2. So tried all of my regular haunts, charity shops, local like cash converters, cash generators, that kind of thing. They had some PS2 games in there, no FIFA. So I am stuck out. I don't have a copy of FIFA for the PS2, despite looking in about 13 shops today. And these are shops that would generally have them: charity shops, game shops, toy shops, retro shops. It just really annoyed me. So yeah, I'm a bit miffed because it dawned on me yesterday that I've got all these copies of FIFA for all these different systems in my house: DS, 3DS, Vita, Switch, Wii, Xbox, PS4, SNES, but not for the PS2. Or even the PS1. I couldn't find a copy of the PS1, but that's a little bit more on the older retro style. PS2 games, unless it's something special, they're generally absolutely dirt cheap anyway, and people usually have sort of hundreds of them. But yeah, I'm really miffed. So miffed that I had to put out this live stream video about it. So at some point I will pick up a copy of FIFA for the PS2. I'm not even sure what versions are. I know that there was FIFA 2001 on the original PlayStation, and the PS2, what era is that? What genre, or which gen is that? PS2 with Dreamcast to the original Xbox, so maybe it's 2002, 2004. I think 2004 was on the Cube. Yeah, the Cube is the same gen as the PlayStation 2, because it went PlayStation 2, original Xbox, Dreamcast, and Cube. So you're talking 2002 to 2004, possibly some more either side of that. DS, which was released in 2006, has 09. The Wii that's 11. So yeah, so I'm looking for FIFA 2002, 2003, 2004, but I couldn't find it, and I'm really annoyed. And it's a stupid thing because, like I say, I don't really like football. I'm not a big fan of FIFA. It's just something to sit in my collection. I couldn't tell you who's playing, so it doesn't really matter which version that I get. So maybe at some point in the future, I will be able to find a copy of FIFA for the PlayStation 2. But today's efforts were absolutely futile, and well, 13 shops searched and scoured every game, and I couldn't find it. So there you go. Just a little rant, and link, like, subscribe, enjoy.